Alrighty here, guys. So what I'm going to do for you now, this is the third video for this week. So if you haven't seen two other videos, you might be on the wrong one. So if you haven't seen video 1 and 2 on the 19th century reforms, go ahead and stop this video and go check those out first. Okay, because you've got to have gotten through those first two things, those first two videos, and the note sheet that goes with them, and the assessments and all of that, for you to be able to do your third and final thing for this week. Okay, so I'm going to give you actually a couple of options on this particular assignment. Okay, what you're going to do is, if you option number one, option number one is to pick two of the reform movements or different major topics that we looked at in those first two videos. So if you want to pick something like what the Great Awakening, or temperance, or the prison reform, or abolition, or the women's movement, or educational reform, whatever it is, you pick two of those things, and then you write me a paragraph on each one. Now, a paragraph minimum is 3 to 5 sentences. I'd prefer, really, guys, honestly, to get the best scores, you're really should be in that 4 to 5 sentence range, but I'll go ahead and keep it at that same kind of minimum I've had all year for you guys, that 3 to 5 sentences about each one of the two that you choose. So what are some things you would need to include in your paragraph? Well, for example, you would want to explain what the reform movement, or what it is that you're talking about. So you need to sort of define it. You would also, if there are particular people that are associated, famous names from that, your topic, your reform movement, you'd want to make sure to include them. If there was a particular impact from a result of it, you would want to include that as well. Okay, so again, if you're going to write it, you pick two of those things. So you would choose from the Second Great Awakening, temperance, education reform, prison reform, abolition, or the women's movement, or women's rights movement. You pick two of those, write a paragraph on each one, so 2 total paragraphs, okay, and 3 to 5 sentences per paragraph. And in those 3 to 5 sentences, you need to explain what it is, if there are any particular famous people related to the movement, and then also if there's like an impact or results of that movement as well. Okay, so that's option number one. Now, option number next is for those of you who don't like to write as much, but you prefer to draw. So I'm going to give you guys an option as well. What you're going to do is you're going to pick one of those things, and you're going to create on like just an 8.5 by 11, just a regular sheet of paper. It's a blank piece of paper, okay? And you're going to draw out the movement, right? You're going to make a banner or poster about the movement. Now, I'm going to give you some flexibility on that, how you do that. If you want to draw a picture of the famous people from the movement, you can do that. You'll want to include, if there's maybe, come up with like a slogan, if you want to, that expresses what the movement is about. If there's particular famous events for it, or famous writings, or if you don't draw the person, you want to make sure to include their name, but it has to be like a poster. This isn't just you listing things out. I want some level of artisticness stuff in it, okay? For you artsy kind of folks that are out there, and I know who some of you are, you guys can get creative with this. I'd really prefer it if you could, maybe draw something in color, okay, that kind of thing. If any of you are really some of you may be into creating stuff on a computer artistically, that's fine too. Just here's what I need on it, okay? You need to send me a picture of it, okay? So whether you write something up here, here's the thing, guys. If you write up those paragraphs and you take a picture, I got to be able to read the picture, okay? Now, I'm going to prefer that you type it if you can, right? Type up a submission. You've got access to Word. It's completely free for you guys. You could type it up, and you can send it to me that way. If you're doing the graphic option number next, take a picture of it and upload the picture of what you created. Okay, you're going to be able to upload that as a part of there's going to be an assignment in there, and you'll just go in there, and just upload. It's going to allow you to upload a file. This is one of the reasons we practice with that selfie time, so that you guys kind of get in the habit of, oh yeah, I can upload a file to Mr. Bailey, okay? And this is one of the reasons why. So again, guys, two options, either write or draw. It's totally up to you which one you do. There's no extra credit or anything like that, depending on which one you do. If you have any questions on this, it doesn't make sense to you, what do you need to do? Definitely let me know, okay, guys? So listen, awesome job this week. I can already tell, man, by the time you get to this video, man, you guys are gonna be rocking and rolling with your assignments. And so I look forward to seeing your amazing writings, your amazing drawings, all those things. I'm really looking forward to that. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.